Hi, welcome to day 89. I was sick Monday a little bit, just throat pain for literally no reason. It's probably because my bedroom is cold and I sleep. Still not feeling 100% quite yet, but getting there. I'm feeling like about 90% well. Anyways, what's making me feel 100% good is this all-time high that we currently have for Bitcoin. It's here. So we finally reached it. This red line you see right here was the all-time high for Bitcoin. Remember, it used to be $73,853.75. At least that's what it shows according to my provider. We broke that yesterday. Huge movement yesterday. We were at 69,200, 300 approximately. From there, we had a God candle of 7.22%. And this happened during the last couple 4-hour bit of the day during the US elections night of November 5th. So we had a huge movement, of course, because we were seeing early on that Donald Trump was in the lead in the majority of those not the countries, the states. And from that, of course, the market is the clearest indicator of, I'm just gonna show, of course, Donald Trump winning the presidency. It indeed happened. I tried to stay up for to watch it as much as I could. I was only able to stay up till like 2 a.m. But by then, Donald Trump was like 230, Kamala was like 214 or something points. You need 270 points to win. And it was just the swing states that were not counted yet. But it was still showing like the projection, and also like I was watching Charlie Kirk's stream, and they were saying, yeah, he's pretty much got Pennsylvania in the bag, Georgia as well, and the one that completed the 270 was Wisconsin, which we didn't get those results till like, I don't know, 5 a.m. I wasn't going to stay up that late. That's why I'm probably not sounding as great today, but hey, it's fine. It was worth it to see who won and making sure that there was no election fraud, which this time it seems like they may have tried, but overall, I think it was all done correctly, at least to the best of their ability. And due to this, you see the markets just pumping like crazy tonight. Sui's up 11%, Solana up 9%, Ethereum up 13%, and Bitcoin is today up 6%. I think it's already taken into account all the yesterday's movement. It's definitely been over 24 hours since 7 p.m. So this would have been a lot higher, the percentage movements from the past 24 hours. Me, I'm just late to streaming this. Yesterday I couldn't stream. Monday I was sick. But hey, today I'm back, kinda. And we're at all-time high. We reached a new high. So the current new all-time high is $76,422.86. We're taking a bit of a correction, which is fair enough. We kind of did the same thing over here as well. When during the elections, we reached 75,400. We took a dip back to 72,000, but from there we continued upwards, reaching this, I drew an extension of a Fibonacci level, starting from this level over here at, what was this one, the 58,000 level. Drew it all the way when we reached the high of almost hitting the all-time high, right? 74,000, almost 73,000, sorry. And then from there, the support we saw on this level, 66,800, almost 67,000. And then from there, we see what the next levels would give us. So the first one was, of course, nearing the all-time high level, which we broke through instantly. We found that as our new support, and we did find enough impulse to continue upwards. And we're currently bouncing on this line, 75,943, almost 76,000. That's where we seem to be kind of comfortable in this kind of range at the moment. From here, next level is 78,000, and then the big 80,000 is of course right there. After that's 81,500. Yeah, I don't know how much further this is going to continue going higher, but everything is just so bullish right now. There's no reason to be bearish at all. There's nothing like causing people any fear, uncertainty, or doubt. So it's all good from here. But I mean, yeah, sure, there will be some people taking profits, some corrections It's gonna like slow down just a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. Historically speaking as well, I don't have the information here with me at the moment, so take my word for this, but there have been historical data where after a United States election, Bitcoin, usually that's when it starts taking off, right? And then we never see those levels of Bitcoin again, those prices, we never see them again. I'll give you an example of, I don't even know if I can try to find this over here. Let me go to a weekly chart for Bitcoin. Look at that weekly chart. So perfect. Anyways, going back to what was the oldest it doesn't even give me enough historical data. You know what? Forget it. I'll just try to tell this off the top of my head. So what happened here is 2016 election, Bitcoin was $600. We pumped a lot to, I don't know, it was probably 10,000, 20,000, I think. From there, we dropped to $1,000 during that period of crypto winter, like after everything kind of died down on like 2018, 2019. 2020 was the next presidential elections. We were around the $10,000 mark. After the 2020-2021 rally, we went upwards. We came back down after that in 2022, 2023. We were hovering, this I could kind of show by now because we would have enough data to show this, right? So we were about, yeah, $8,900, $9,000, $10,000. And this is right here, November 2020, October, November. From here, we did our pump and everything, and we came back down. We never saw 10,000 ever again. The lowest we saw from here was 16,000, 15,000, right? We did not see 10,000. And now, you know, 2022, 2023, it's been staying like this. We're at 2024 right now, and this is the point of presidential elections where we currently are. We're about to see some massive movement, okay? People are projecting like 100 something $1,000, more than that. Could be 200,000, could be 300,000. No one really knows. It depends on how crazy the ETFs institutions go, but it's going to carry us until 2025, this bull run. It's just getting started at this very moment, meaning that before this election period in time, we're likely not going to see Bitcoin below $70,000 again. Maybe, okay, yeah, maybe in this week, sure, once or twice, possibly, if things get to that. But, I mean, historically speaking, that's not the case. It's just continued going higher from there. Just something to think about. Maybe this will be the last time we saw. There will be no more 50,000 Bitcoin, no more 60,000 Bitcoin. It's all going to be in the 70s from here, 80s, 90s, $100,000 Bitcoin. It's just going to get so much harder to buy Bitcoin. Supply shock will take its effect, and yeah, it's all just getting started. Bottom line, I have so many lines drawn over here. This downtrend is broken. No more downtrend. So we continue upwards from here. It's super strong, this uptrend. So let's see how well we can maintain that for this bull run. Cool. I wanted to look at Ethereum because it is pumping a lot today. It kind of got late to the party kind of deal because yesterday it did have the same effect. This had to be readjusted. We went from 2,400 Ethereum to 2,580, almost 2,600. We did reach that level approximately. We slowed down there, and then today, just today, we continued, and now we're 2,800. We're almost reaching the 3,000 mark, which, in my opinion, it's undervalued in general, Ethereum. It should not be in the $2,000 range. It should be in like the $3,000 range, along with the rest of the altcoins, because you'll notice that Ethereum is probably the worst performing, best altcoin out there at the moment. This fib level is broken just now. Interesting. And so is the downtrend. The downtrend that it's been carrying since. How strong is this downtrend? I don't remember. Okay. One of the strong ones, at least. This is one that we had since May, July. And we're just breaking that right now. So next level is literally the 3,000 zone. That's likely to get hit very soon. It's not going to be a difficult thing. We are maintaining these two uptrends for now. The next resistance we'll see is this downtrend coming from March with May. And we're expected to see that in the 3,000 3,400, 3,500 zone, easy breaking, as well as this one, which is the bigger downtrend, the biggest downtrend that we have ever since its all-time high from the previous cycle of Ethereum, which is not loading for whatever reason. There we are. So this is the downtrend I'm talking about. I had to change it to a weekly chart. From November 2021, that's the all-time high for Ethereum. From there, we have the other downtrend happen in March of this year when everything went up in general. Ethereum still has a long way to go, and in my opinion has the most potential to increase, 43%. And then, I probably have to draw this all-time high level so that I know where we could expect another resistance. $4,869.14. That's what we got for this. This is not valid. Okay, cool. So we're out of this range that we've been in. You can see this in the longer and the bigger charts, right? We've just practically been going sideways for Ethereum at the bottom level here, but it seems like just now we're starting to break out of it right there. So that's good news for Ethereum. Just today it's woken up. All right, good for Ethereum. My main account is popping off right now. Okay, Solana. Also breaking this Fibonacci. Why do I have it drawn up till here? I don't know. I remember. I'm gonna have to use an extended, what do you call this? Trend-based fib extension. I'm gonna have to use that from this level. Using this level, probably. I might draw it now, see how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't look too bad. Where would I realistically draw it from? This uptrend is still prevails. So does this one though. I might draw it from closer just to see what happens. We're breaking this downtrend as well for Solana. I'm pretty sure this one's pretty significant. It is. It's the one that we had since March of this year. We bounced off of it in July. We bounced off it again in October. And, now we're in November. We're breaking out of that downtrend as well for Solana. So Bitcoin's downtrend was already broken. Ethereum still has to break a couple. It broke one already, which is great. Solana, it just broke this one right here, which was also very significant. It's reaching $200 soon. It's $191.48. Really good for Solana. Do we even have a... I don't remember how high Solana was. Oh, we were higher in 2021. October. Okay, cool. I'm going to draw another downtrend just to see where we can expect the price to be hitting from there. Seems like that's the next level we're about to try to break. It's all-time downtrend. If we do that, the bull run actually just started. We're entering... Okay, November is great. Tomorrow we're having FOMC meeting. I actually just remembered this right now. Let me show you this. Where is it? CME Fed Group. So next one is in 16 hours. So we're getting that at I think 2 p.m. tomorrow. I'll confirm the time exactly, but later. We have a 98.1% chance of getting a 25 basis point rate cut for the United States. Donald Trump wins elections. 25 basis point rate cut coming soon. All of this is just great for crypto, right? I think I should see it here. Wednesday, no. Thursday, I think it should be around 3. It's at 3 o'clock p.m. So we're getting the Fed interest rate decision right there. It's currently 5%. We're expecting it to drop to 4.75%. So a 25.25% rate cut is what is expected. 98% chance of that happening, according to the Fed Watch tool. Okay, so that's cool. We're breaking out of this downtrend for Solana and continuing this one over here. Let's see what other resistance zones I can find. Come on, load. Okay. Kind of want to just adjust this to... Okay. Might have to zoom in like this. There, and this one I also want to adjust there. Although I'm probably going to delete that one soon. Yeah, perfect bounce right here in July. And then perfect bounce as well in October. So that was pretty significant, the fact that we broke out of this downtrend for Solana. Currently approaching the next level. It looks like it's about 196. We do break 196, 200 should be the next psychological level. At least that's what I would assume here. And then to the moon after. So I'm drawing that there. Yeah, man, I haven't analyzed these other coins in a minute. This is the current uptrend that it has. So since this is the current uptrend that we have for Solana, I'm just going to use these levels to draw my trend, what is it? Trend-based fib extension from this point, max in October, low point that we just had for the election. This was such a great opportunity to buy, honestly, and I did take advantage of that on Bitcoin. Some really good advantage on it, actually. I was just not there to broadcast it live, but that's okay. So this is what we currently see. Yeah, so it looks like 191 is where we're currently slowing down at the moment. And then a couple more resistances to break. These three. And that's it. Oh my gosh, I don't like the look of that. Hang on, what would this look like if I drew this further down? Get out of here. From the bigger uptrend that we have. Right there. Looks valid. What do we see here? Kind of the same deal. Yeah, I wouldn't trust any of this though. Alright, we're going back to what we originally drew, since it... Yeah, this seems to be the right level to draw it from. Okay. So that's what we have for Solana at the moment. Slowing down at the current Fibonacci level. If we're able to break that, break out of the downtrend, should be our next target. I think it's going to take a while though. We might slow down a little bit. But still, yeah, Solana, I mean, compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin's already at all-time high levels. Like if I show you, I'm showing you guys a lot of stuff off the top of my head this time. We're like 1% off from our all-time high right now for Bitcoin. Solana still has to go up another 26%. Forget about Tether, it's a stable coin. Ethereum has the most potential, in my opinion, to, you know, in terms of space that it has to recover to reach its all-time high level, albeit it might be a little harder because of the competition. Solana being the competition, people are saying Solana might even flip Ethereum at one point, but still it has like, it still is the more popular one, Ethereum, and way bigger market cap than Solana. Almost 3 or 4 times more. So yeah, it's going to take a while. At least for now it's flipped BNB. BNB is struggling also. Well, not really. 16% from its all-time high, but it's a slow mover as well. Only 5%. And same with Solana, we also got Sui, who is literally 2% from its all-time high. I think it bounced off of its all-time high. I'll analyze Sui next here. It's up 8%. Price is $2.32. We're definitely... Yeah, we broke all-time high. This was right here. All-time high. It was at 236. We hit 238.97, so almost 239. We're currently at 232. Which I also did take advantage of the movement from here, so that was great. I don't remember if I have any positions. I do have a lot of positions open. I don't remember entering these. It was probably due to trigger orders. I did set up a lot of trigger orders here. Sui didn't purchase. Wait, did it? Oh, I do have one. Okay. And that one's making 190. Is it my top gainer? No, it isn't. Ethereum is making more. I only put 300. Really? I thought I would put 500. It's fine. Well, hey, my money's at work. Look, I'm already up $1,200 literally from doing nothing. Like, I haven't even been paying attention to this specific account. I just like, we'll just put them orders there. Wow. That was perfect. This is all pre-election, by the way. We can see when these were purchased. Let me find out. I don't even know when to sell these. November 4, November 3, we bought Solana at 191. This is, I'm assuming, Bitcoin. We bought here. That's easier for me to see. November 2nd, we bought Bitcoin at, where's the price? Open price, 68,000. November 2nd, we bought Ethereum at 2,400. Great buy. It's my top gainer. Almost. No, this is also Ethereum, also my top gainer. November 4, we bought it at 2,387. That was great. November 1st, we bought Sui at 191. I might have had some stuff before. When was the last time I streamed? Probably Saturday. So I might have had some of these open. Not these other ones. Okay, October 31st is my earliest one. Ethereum, bought it at 2,530, yeah. It's currently 2,825. We'll let it soar for now. Should I take profits? I don't really want to. These are really great buys. I don't think we're going to see these levels ever again. Like, what's realistically, what's going to cause the price to drop from here? Uncertainty? Okay, uncertainty from what? We already know the results of the election. We know the market's already keeping in consideration a 25 basis point rate cut. Once that actually does come into effect, prices will continue to go higher. What could go wrong? Maybe stock market news, like that has some correlation to crypto. I don't know, maybe like Nvidia. I heard Supermicro Computers is doing bad as a company that Nvidia buys off of. I had some news from that. I might have to find it. All right. Let me see if I can find it. SMCI, I might have it over here. No, that's not it. NVIDIA. Here it is. Okay, so this might be some FUD over here. So, Supermicro auditor Ernst and Young resigns, citing integrity concerns. Supermicro Computers dropped 33%. That was on October 30. They are Nvidia's third largest customer. Supermicro Computer was warned if it fails to provide an audited compliance plan by November 16, it will be delisted from the Nasdaq. So that's pretty significant. One of the providers for Nvidia will be delisted, which is bad for Nvidia, which is one of the top performing stocks in the technological sector, and especially leaving the Nasdaq, like that's a pretty big deal. It comes one day after that guy, Ernst and Young, has resigned. The auditor. Is it a person or a company? I don't know. Supermicro Computers is NVIDIA's third largest customer and heavy user of NVIDIA's vendor financing. So that's pretty significant. And on top of that, NVIDIA is now asking for legal immunity from securities fraud prosecution from the U.S. Supreme Court. Suspicious. Maybe this might fall apart. I don't think that's going to be the cause of this falling. Another bit of FUD could be this. Mt. Gox moves $2.3 billion in Bitcoin across 2 transactions. It seems like they're just moving their Bitcoin to a cold storage. They haven't finished distributing everything, which I feel like they should. Just get it over with, right? But this is from November 5, just yesterday, actually. Yeah, I think this was probably one of the reasons why we were dropping also before the election, like right before it all started, because this came out November 5th, right? That would have been the reasons why we were dipping just before. Makes sense. But other than that, like, everything is just pro Bitcoin, pro crypto right now. I'll go through the news segment. I've been talking about price action and chart for like 23 minutes, 24 minutes. Okay. Well, my bags are doing excellent if you're asking. Thank you very much. I didn't buy enough, unfortunately. I still had 5 other orders that did not purchase. I had this one at 141. That was too low. 163 could have been a thing, but it's I guess not. Why didn't it purchase 163? Oh, it's all the way down here. Well, it did on my main account. I've already taken profits in Sui from my main account, I think. Or do I have one open still? I don't remember. I have so many positions. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Yeah, I didn't get to buy this, unfortunately. This is right before the dip, November 4. And then November 5, we started going up. After the confirmation of Donald Trump winning. Okay, so let's talk about it. Here's also detailed statement as to why it makes sense for Donald Trump to win, because I also check, like, all this stuff online, and there's so many liberals, Democrats just completely losing it. Oh my gosh, how how would you guys vote for a rapist, a felon, um, someone who wants to start wars, someone who literally is Hitler, whoever, whatever, all that stuff, right? Complete bogus. This is a good explanation as to why. And also, what's the term? Debunking, that's the term. All those lies. So while the legacy media has a meltdown searching for hitherto undiagnosed psychoses in the electorate, that's a crazy phrase, to explain its embrace of a Hitlerian strongman, the truth is much simpler than their fictions. Okay, I think I could have skipped that first paragraph. This election is a reminder that after all the manufactured drama and overheated rhetoric, politics is still about issues. Whether you agreed with him or not, Trump ran a substantive campaign based on issues like the border, inflation, crime, and war. Literally, that's what all his rallies were all about, of course. Harris, on the other hand, ran on vibes, celebrity endorsements, name calling, saying, he's a convicted felon, he's a fascist, debunked hoaxes, the very fine people hoax, and platitudes democracy. She would neither defend the Biden-Harris record nor say what she would do differently. When she did talk about specific issues, they were often stolen from Trump, like the child tax credit, no tax on tips, border funding, all that. Literally, she's just being fake in that sense. Oh, she's always reading off of a teleprompter. You see that all the time. A lot of AI photoshopped images of her at rallies and stuff like that. Her allegedly having those Bluetooth earrings telling her what to say. Not doing full interviews, everything being scripted interviews, right? When it's unscripted interviews, like she completely fumbles, and then the news, the media outlets, they have to cover for her, like replacing her phrasing and stuff like that. So you've seen a lot of that. On the one issue where Democrats had an advantage, which was abortion, that was another main reason. It's mainly like these dads with daughters, and then college-aged girls who care the most about this. Trump deftly got ahead of the issue by rejecting a national ban and removing problematic language from the GOP platform, from the Republican Party. Now, a comment on this as well. The girls that are crying about this are like, oh my gosh, he's taking away our rights. He's ruining our freedom for whatever. He's not. He's not going to ban it. He's leaving it up to the states to decide. If you don't agree with that abortion law, move to a different state. Literally, that's what we have, blue and red states. Anyways, Harris wore out the issue by blatantly lying about Trump's position and by exhibiting her own party's extremism. Nobody needed to see an abortion truck at the DNC. Okay, well, I don't know about that one, but yeah. While Trump extended his coalition with Make America Healthy Again and Department of Government Efficiency, Harris concluded her ersatz campaign by going all in on demonizing her opponent, pretending Madison Square Garden was a Nazi convention. That's true. Literally, it seemed you can smell the desperation coming from her party near the end of, right before the election day came up, right? The fact that voters saw through it should be reassuring. That's a good thing. It's not like, oh my gosh, how could half of America vote for this Trump guy? Because Kamala is worse, of course. Even if you don't agree with the result, sure. Voters want to know how a candidate will give them a better life, and increasingly they have learned to tune out the rest as noise. It's also like, and this is also another thing that they're attacking. Oh, it's only the men, right? The men that are doing this. Well, the men care about the economy. They care about the social economic state of the world, right? So it's important because generally speaking, they do have to care about providing for their household or whatever the case may be. These other people who were voting for Harris likely don't know, like, the cost of housing, the cost of groceries, etc. Like, The economy needs a fix, and other people do. Many people do realize that. So, as I mentioned here before, Kamala Harris did not have a clear plan on how to fix that. She just said that we will. Trust me, bro. And that's it. So, it was the issues that people were voting for, not mainly because we like one or the other, or about abortion or whatever the heck the case may be. Like, he's not banning abortion. That shouldn't be a case for your argument. He's not taking your rights. He's not taking your freedom away. Everything will still continue as normal. It will just get better. And that's the way I see it. And that's why I'm happier than you. Moving on. This is what we got from Kamala, by the way. This is a parody account. It's not actually her tweet. So, but it's pretty funny. We have a $36 trillion debt. It increased to that amount. We got 20 million illegals under her administration. A lot of censorship. 2 major wars, Russia, Ukraine, and Israel and Iran at this point. DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. We got men and women's sports. Olympics was horrifying. Groceries up 25%. Housing up 60%. Billions of dollars to Ukraine. More on that later. A 2-tier justice system, literally weaponizing the Department of Justice to attack Donald Trump. They're pursuing their political opponent, which is something you should not do. Trump did not do that to Hillary Clinton. He will likely not do that to Hunter Biden, I think, is now what people are asking him to do. But I don't think it's going to happen. And then, of course, using that to say, oh my god, look, you see, guys, he's a convicted felon. Yeah, come on. Anyway, higher taxes is what we got under Kamala. We got a weaker military. And yeah, that's... in summary, what we got. I really can't name anything positive that came out of that administration, so it's good that they're gone, my opinion. Here's also them, like, doing their ads, campaigning kind of thing. She's getting caught being fake a lot, right? And nobody believes the news media anymore. And Elon Musk talked about this a lot, is that the main place that people are getting their news from is Twitter, because it's unfiltered, uncensored. Everything is right here. You're getting your news raw without any bias or any manipulation or censorship, right? That's the main thing that we care about here. Free speech. That's what he built the platform on. More on that later. So anyways, here she is in Pennsylvania asking a family, hey, pretend to answer the door when I knock and just go with what I'm telling you. You know, she basically asked them like, oh, hey, I'm here to receive your vote. Please vote for me. And they're like, oh yeah, thank you. Yes, our family loves you. We're absolutely voting for you. Just to get the cameras involved. Literally just all staged. There's more about it though. She pretends she's talking on the phone with one of her voters. And she's like, oh, yeah, ha, 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 I'm talking to a voter and everything. And then she shows, like, her phone like this by accident. And you see that, right? She's literally on the camera app, right? This is the photo, take the picture button. And her face is literally on here. She's literally just pretending to talk on the phone with the voter. Yeah, she got caught in 4K here again as well. Joe Rogan even commented, whoopsies, that's a fail. And of course, like, all her rallies are scripted. Ignore this other half. I don't know why they put the video here twice. But you see, like, the way she speaks, her hand movement, everything, it's literally the same. Literally, it's the exact same thing. It's literally the same. Like, I don't even know how she does it, like, that perfect each time. But yeah, you can tell everything from her campaign was scripted. It's all fake. It's all, people just see through that, right? And nobody wants that, especially not a whole another 4 years of this. We kind of had a taste of it with Joe Biden, because we know that Joe Biden is using teleprompters as well. The whole, 4 more years, pause. Like, he read the word pause when he was supposed to pause. He wasn't supposed to read that, but it appeared on the teleprompter so that he knows, like, to pause. I don't know. Other stuff, like, he has a pamphlet saying, you take your seat right over here, stuff like that. He's lost most of the time. Joe Biden wasn't that great either. More on him later on, though. It's pretty funny. Okay. So I was talking about Elon Musk saving Twitter. Joe Rogan as well. He appeared, a surprise show on Joe Rogan, which I watched immediately, and this caused the price of Dogecoin actually to pump like crazy. That day that it came out was November 5. I'm gonna try to find it. Doge is currently up 4%, but it's been up a lot more. This is from election day. It was literally from here. What happened? Let me see. When did this come out? November 5th. Yeah, well, okay. Dogecoin was one of the top gainers for sure. Can I please select? Thank you. Yeah, about 28% it went up, 25%. Crazy movement from Dogecoin based off of this. If you're wondering why, it's because he, of course, is pro-Trump and also working to be part of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. And of course, Elon Musk's crypto coin, is technically Dogecoin since the beginning of time, right? It's for a long while now. He's always been the Dogecoin kind of father, if you know what I mean. So from there came an endorsement from Joe Rogan right before the election, like saying, "Oh, thank you so much, Elon Musk, for that show." And for the record, yes, it's an endorsement for Trump. Enjoy the podcast. So he gave an endorsement for Trump, which is great. Originally, if you remember, Joe Rogan did not endorse Trump. He endorsed RFK Jr. for president. He said he wanted to be like, part of the independent party. But then after that, RFK dropped out of the race and said, you know what? Don't vote for me, vote for Donald Trump. I endorse Donald Trump. That was a big movement. Former Democrat kind of background, endorsing Republicans, so that was huge. We also had Tulsi Gabbard, former Democrat, now switching to the Republican Party and endorsing Donald Trump. Hopefully she also gets given a position in the Trump administration. I'm looking forward to that. And, things happen for a reason. This is also very interesting to think about. If Trump won in 2020, like if he didn't get cheated in the election, more on that later, he would have had a Democrats' House and Senate. So, a majority of his political opponents approving or declining any decisions that are placed through, right? There would have been more impeachments, no Senate confirmations, no bills passed, possibly the end of the MAGA movement as an effective political force. But now, okay, sure, he lost the 2020 election, whether it was election fraud or not. Now he has the House, Senate, Supreme Court, and popular vote mandate. He won all of that in this election now, whereas before he would not have won that. This entire country wants to clean up the elections, close the borders, deport illegals, and hold corrupt politicians accountable, which is just perfect. This is the perfect setup for Trump's administration so that he can do this thing, he can bring it home and just make America great again, as he says. So that's great. There were some cases of election interference that was a bit concerning. On Reddit, you post a photo, I voted for Kamala, you got 36,000 upvotes. Cool. If you post the same photo but you say I voted for Trump, oh, the Reddit mods say, hey, you're permanently banned for participating in here because your post violates the community's rules. Yeah, interference. Same thing with Google. Apparently, if you look up, where can I vote for Harris, it'll tell you where to vote. If you say, where can I vote for Trump, it won't tell you where to vote, right? But apparently this is a bug in Google's system. Google has made a statement, we got a community note here, regarding that this is, if you look up where to vote, where can I vote for Harris, they thought, oh, we thought you meant Harris, the county in Texas, so that's why we gave you the address and everything. But Trump is not a county anywhere. Trump is not the name of a city or a county. So, but they said like the same thing happens for Vance. If you look up Vance, this also happens with other presidential candidates that also share names with other counties. So they used that as the excuse, and Google CEO made it very clear as much as he could. Guys, stay neutral no matter who wins. Sundar Pichai sent an urgent company-wide email on Monday telling employees Google must remain a trusted source of information regardless of the election outcome. The warning comes after Trump claimed Pichai is personally called to discuss his search popularity and threatened to prosecute Google for alleged intellect. I can't read today. I'm so tired. I need my tea. Is my fan on? It's probably ruining my throat. I'm gonna turn it off. Hold on. Yeah, my throat hurts. Where was I? Alleged election interference. Okay, there we go. You get it. You can read too. Oh my gosh. Major tech companies are pulling back from 2020's strict content moderation. YouTube now allows election fraud claims, while Meta reduces political content visibility. Smart. Silicon Valley appears focused on avoiding conflicts with Trump supporters after previous accusations of bias. So, yeah, they tried their best to stay out of the way of election interference, but still, you can still kind of see it happening. But hey, you know, we reached out to the Amish communities at least, and those guys went out to vote for Trump because they were sick of this current administration. That was great to see. And you know what else is great to see? Kamala voters having mental breakdowns. It's not actually that great to see. It's kind of sad to see all these poor people crying, but they're crying for the wrong reason. At least that's what we all think, right? It kind of resembles, the reason we're doing this is because of the 2016, there was this liberal lady in a green jacket. As soon as Trump was announced, she would scream, "No." And that became a meme. So it's kind of funny. We're looking for like the new liberal girl that will scream. I guess, I don't know. Half of these are probably just doing it for attention at this point. Anyways, due to this victory in the elections from Donald Trump, we had $200 billion added to the cryptocurrency market today. Yeah, November 6th. That is a significant amount of money. $200 billion. No wonder Bitcoin went up from 66,000 to 75, like literally breaking out of all-time high. Like that is enough good fundamentals to cause a breakout large enough that would, ultimately carry us above our all-time high levels. Now we're getting comfortable in new zones. No doubt about it. We are absolutely in an uptrend and it is looking great. I probably want to draw another line over here. I just realized from here to here just to see what happens. Yeah. It's looking great so far. I have no complaints about this. Moving on. Due to this as well, multiple analysts are expecting Bitcoin will hit $100,000 before Trump's inauguration. Of course, that is January 2025. So before January 2025, Bitcoin will likely hit $100,000. Maybe that is what's next, because we have one resistance at 90,000 and then the next resistance 100,000. At least that's what I see from here. And the fib extension. So yeah, it's looking great, and it would keep it in play, end of year 100,000 Bitcoin still in play, still possible. We've got the fundamentals to do that. So let's see how it goes. This is what we got to get ready for. These are positive fundamentals. Get ready. So Gary Gensler, Trump promised to fire him on day one. This Securities Exchange Commission is going to be dropping their crypto lawsuits. I actually heard another, I don't know, they called her a crypto mom or something. I probably have it here. Crypto mom. Here. Hester Pierce, crypto mom, is seen as a top pick to replace Gensler for a pro-crypto Securities Exchange Commission under Trump. That is going to be great if we have somebody that is pro-crypto instead of this Gary Gensler guy who is anti-crypto for everything for years. Yeah, like less crypto projects will be affected, right? Or yeah, like stuck, as you can see, like in the case of Ripple XRP. It hasn't moved as much, I don't think. Yeah, it hasn't moved too much. 3%, crazy. It's been flat for its entire existence, right? Practically because of all these lawsuits from the Securities Exchange Commission. I haven't analyzed this in a while, so ignore the price action, but you get the point. Kind of didn't mean to do that. Let me go back. Hester Pierce. Oh yeah, there she is. I'm blind. Is being made chair. We're gonna get passing for stablecoins bills. Ross Ulbricht is being freed from prison. We're getting pro-crypto cabinet members. More on that later. We're getting a Bitcoin strategic reserve likely also, is what they're mentioning. $100,000 Bitcoin end of year. Altcoin season 2025. It's happening. It's all very bullish. It's great. Already, Trump will begin. Well, here's what's been promised and what he will deliver on. He'll begin operations to deport millions of undocumented immigrants when he starts his term. The campaign press secretary Caroline Leavitt said he'll launch the largest mass deportation operation of undocumented immigrants on day one. That's going to be great. Less crime, right? Because illegals are criminals. Most of them. Some of them. Not all. I'm getting tired. Iran's currency falls to an all-time low following Donald Trump's victory. Literally, the problems are solving themselves at this point. The Houthis, another terrorist group, I think. They're terrorists, I don't know. They're from Yemen. They're Iranian-backed. They're already folding. The spokesman has said that their operations in international waters were purely defensive and they're announcing their final cessation. We did get a community note about it here, though. The Houthis did not make any statements about cessation of operations, as can be seen on their official Twitter account. The latest statement by the official spokesman for the Houthis was issued on November 3rd, and it speaks of escalation, not a ceasefire. So maybe this is fake news, but I don't know. Hey, look, the terrorists are crumbling. Iran is crumbling. Remember, Trump said he wanted Iran to be successful, just not have nuclear weapons, because that's a threat. Netanyahu is already discussing the Iranian threat on a call with Trump. So he's like on his way already to solve the problems, which is fascinating. A lot of people are congratulating Trump as well on his victory. Let's not gloss over that. Joe Biden has called Trump to congratulate him. Speaking of Biden, this is also what I wanted to show. I think he voted for Trump, for real. We did see that one time, like, he's like, oh, the president of the United States is casting his vote. And we're all like, we know who he's voting for. He's voting for Trump. Come on, it's pretty clear. He's wearing the MAGA hat, or the Trump hat, right? Why would you do that if he's your political opponent? He did it because he's upset with Kamala Harris. And then his wife, Jill Biden, wears a MAGA red outfit to her voting place, right, on election day. Like, you can't make this up, right? It's pretty funny. So there's that. Joe Biden calls to congratulate Donald Trump. Trump congratulates J.D. Vance as well. He gets congratulations from his daughters, Ivanka, granddaughter as well. El Salvador pro-Bitcoin president Nayib Bukele becomes the first world leader to congratulate Donald Trump on winning the election as well. Narendra Modi, president of India, also congratulates Donald Trump. So did the Canadian leaders Justin Trudeau and Pierre Poilievre. Kamala Harris also finally gave her concession. She conceded to Donald Trump and congratulates him on winning the presidential election. She gave a speech as well, which I watched some clips of. She said for her followers, hey guys, it's fine. I thank you guys so much for supporting me anyway, and we're going to do a peaceful transfer, not like other people, right? Like Donald Trump. Pretty funny. And this is the Ripple CEO as well, congratulating Donald Trump. I thought he was, or maybe it was some other head at the company of Ripple who was endorsing Kamala Harris, who wanted to promote Gary Gensler. Why not endorse Donald Trump, who will fire Gary Gensler, literally the guy that's holding their company hostage and not allowing them to grow, XRP, that is. But hey, at least CEO, at least this guy, I don't know. He congratulates Trump and asks him to fire Gary Gensler on day one. No delays. Pretty funny. And then Zelensky as well, congratulating Donald Trump. and looking forward to era of strong United States under Trump's decisive leadership. Like literally all the world leaders, it seems like, were hoping and are happy that Donald Trump has won. Kamala Harris accepts the results. Putin has also congratulated Trump, etc. Oh, Zuckerberg also congratulated Donald Trump on his victory. So yeah, no, definitely, I feel like Zuckerberg voted for Trump as well. He called him badass when he survived the gunshots. That was great. And then the rest are a bunch of randoms. Cool. Oh, another reason why Biden, of course, an indicator of why he would have voted Trump. He didn't attend Kamala Harris's election watch party. He refused to attend, even though he was like very close to it. Apparently, at least was what I heard. Apparently, Kamala Harris also did not show up. She saw that she was losing, and then she just decided not to attend either. So she left a bunch of people there waiting to see her, and also, being at the watch party to support her. And Kamala Harris just ended up bailing out and not showing up, which of course would upset a lot of people anyways. That sucks. What else do I have? Speaking of also Ukraine-Russia war, they're not done here. They're going to send them $6 billion before they give the power over to Donald Trump. So just one last blow. Seems like that's pretty funny. Regardless, though, President Putin says that Russia is ready to begin peace talks with Ukraine. Literally, like I said, they were waiting for this election. Now, like I said, all the problems are kind of solving themselves as Trump is on his way to take the power. Also, due to him being the president, will be the president-elect. Well, being president-elect will be the president is what I mean. All of his federal charges that he was charged with, his convicted felon, whatever stuff, narrative, it's going to all be withdrawn due to the Department of Justice's policy against prosecuting a sitting president. So there you go. You won't have to worry about that for a while at least. Nancy Pelosi is still in office, 20th term. Yay, we get to see more insider trading action. Just gonna make billions. This is like what people are suspicious about now, saying, okay, they clearly didn't cheat in this election because Trump won, but they clearly cheated in the last election because Trump lost. Because how did the Democrats have, I think the number was 20 million more people? Yeah, like 65 million at this line. Let me enlarge the image. They had 65 million votes, at this line, and they ended up with like 80 million. So like what happens this year? Why don't we have another 80 million? Did those people just suddenly disappear, or were they all fraud in the first place? Just possibility of election fraud, that it was actually real in 2020, possibly. Regardless, it's the past, we can't change it. The administration's already gone, and Trump's taking the power now, so we're good. Elon Musk was also with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago in Florida during the election night, where he spent it also with the whole family there. That was great to see. Elon Musk is also just $20 billion richer now. His net worth rises that much following Trump's presidential election victory. I don't know from what, but yeah, maybe crypto or maybe betting. I don't know what he does. I mean, he owns a lot of companies. His Tesla stock rose a lot too. Here's the other interesting thing is that Senator Loomis has put forward a bill for the U.S. government to buy 200,000 bitcoins per year over 5 years, which would be a total of 1 million Bitcoin. And at today's price, that would be worth $76 billion. That's absolutely possible. I mean, they're $35 trillion in debt. Why not get 1 million Bitcoins and eventually pay off that debt? Because even Donald Trump said that once in an interview, like, hey, maybe we'll use our Bitcoins to pay off the national debt. Which, yeah, I mean, if you do this buy and hold thing, which other countries are doing, companies are doing, why shouldn't the government do it as well, right? It would make sense if they use it as a strategic reserve. That would absolutely work. And it's also good for us. They're buying more, right? 200,000 Bitcoins per year. So in 5 years, they'll have 1 million Bitcoins. They already have 200,000 Bitcoins as of right now, the United States government, which makes them one of the top 10 holders of Bitcoin. And if they want to win this race, like of who would have more Bitcoins in terms of like all the governments, because, you know, Russia's trying to get in on the action. China is already in. BlackRock, institutionally speaking, has a lot. Grayscale also has a lot. And then, of course, it's the exchanges like Binance, Kraken, Coinbase. And then, of course, number one is Satoshi Nakamoto, which has 1 million Bitcoin already, and we don't know who it is, right? Anyways, next bit of news. Trudeau government has banned TikTok from operating in Canada, but Canadians can still use the app. So it's the same as nothing. I really don't get what this headline really means. But they were saying it was apparently due to concerns about overseas or spying. I don't know what exactly it was. But really, like, we can still use the app in Canada, but we're banning TikTok from operating in Canada. What? Anyways, Australia is also banning social media for children under 16. It's about time those darn kids get off their phones. All right. That's all. That's enough ranting. I wanted to check. Oh, how is Poly Market now that the elections are over? 99% to 0.1%. What's with the 0.1%? Oh my god, look at that. Literally on election day, like the second it happened. Oof. But we did see the Elon Musk prophecy, I think, where he reached over 69% of a lead. And this is practically the results. So yeah, I wanted to look that up. Trump, Harris. It'll show the results right here. We still don't have any confirmation from Nevada or Arizona, both swing states, but it's clearly in favor of Trump at this point. You only needed 270 to win, as I mentioned at the beginning. AP has already called the race that Donald Trump wins. You got 295 compared to Harris 226. She did a good job with like New York, surprisingly, and California, of course, always a blue state is what they say. Washington makes sense, but the rest, like, yeah, that's crazy. Crazy victory for Trump. Hawaii was blue, 61%. That's a bit crazy. All right, good stuff overall. What else do I want to look at? ETFs as well. I am popping off this stream, non-stop talking. We had an outflow from BlackRock. What? On election day too. That is insane. Today we'll see how much they inflowed. Low-key, they inflowed a lot. Like, I'm expecting this to be over maybe 100 or 200 million dollars of inflows. We don't have the results yet, but yeah. Grayscale inflow. Total of 691 million inflow today. Is this Fidelity? Yeah, Fidelity inflowed 300 million. 100 million inflowed from Bitwise, 127 from ARK. That's Kathy Wood. Oh, I do have something funny from Kathy Wood to show you guys as well. Kathy, you know, Wood, is it ARK? Here it is. Why didn't it show up when I type it? Okay, Kathy Wood and ARK invest. She's a terrible decision maker. Sold 158,457 shares of Palantir today before its earnings. Not today, that was 4th of November. Okay, let's have a look at that, because it's interesting, trust me. PLTR. Palantir Technologies. Right before their earnings, which is this E right over here, they sold it on this this green line that you're seeing right over here. They sold right there. All, if not all of their shares, it was a lot of shares. How much is it? 158,000 shares. Times 44, 158,000 times 44. Approximately, well, 150, okay, let me give you the exact numbers. 158,457, I'm typing this on my calculator, on my phone, right before the earnings, which at the time it was $41.10. That's $6,500,000 they sold. And, of course, the stock just exploded to all-time high levels from there, and yeah, they missed out on this banger movement. Can I please? 34% movement, which let me get the calculator out again. If it's 34%, Zero point 0.3, come on, 0.34. That's about $2.2 million that they lost. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. They lost $2 million for selling over here. I mean, maybe they were scared it was going to drop because at that time it was. I mean, surely they made money, right? Because it has increased a lot. They just weren't expecting this to break even further high, a higher high, right? To all-time high levels. So, well, yeah, there you go. Bad decision making makes millionaires, no, billionaires millionaires. Yeah, cool. I think that's all I have. Cool. XRP is pumping. Bitcoin is at 1% increase now because it's taking into account what happened 24 hours ago. Bit of a correction, but it's fine. We're still $75,000. That's insane. My other positions are pumping. Total unrealized profit at 1,300. I don't have to worry about being taxed on that. Thankfully, Kamala Harris did not win. Top gainer is Ethereum at this time for me. I'm making 300 on that. It's currently at 2,867. Cool. This day has been great. It was the day we were waiting for. The fundamentals we needed. It's all coming into play. So, fantastic. I think I'm safe to end it here. Thanks, guys, for watching. Sorry for me suffering of illness, but it's okay. I'll get better soon. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. I don't know what to talk about anymore now that politics is done. Who are we going to clown on anymore? We don't have Kamala. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find something along the way. There's always news of everything. I try to cover as much as I can. I still left out a lot of stuff, though, so maybe I'll touch on more of that later. Although I touched on some of it today because it just related to everything that I was talking about. But yeah, cool. Avalanche is going up a lot. All right. Oh, wait, I just before I end it, I want to see what the top gainers, at least for right now. First snare on Ethereum, 45%. I don't care about any of these. Uniswap, maybe 18%. Pepe, 16%. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's it. Everything is at least over 10% in the top gainers, most of it. That's great. All right, cool. That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. How do I end?